Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lady Arcader's Attract Mode. I am going to be your host tonight. I am HunnyBunnyKagome, and I am here with a lovely variety streamer and speedrunner, Metroid Crime. Hi,
Yay!
Crime.
Hi! Hey, Kagome. Thanks so much for doing hosting commentary today for this lovely run of V, or VVVVVV.
Oh, it's no problem. I've enjoyed watching you speedrun it numerous times now, so I'm really excited.
Awesome. Okay, so I have set up an auto splitter here so that I don't have to manually split this. I hope this works. If not, it's fine. We can figure it out. But I guess I'm gonna get started here. Let me just. Oh, my controller has turned off. How embarrassing.
I wouldn't
There we
stream
go.
without tech issues.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're gonna hit play here. Okay, so here I go. 3, 2, 1, start. Wait, start. There we go. So this is V. This is a game that came out in 2010. And it's by Terry Cavanagh. And I own this game on so many different platforms. I played this game basically when it came out, and I was, a few months back, I was like, I kind of want to pick up a new speed game. And I remembered this one, and the rest is history.
Any particular reason why you decided this one, though?
So I was looking for a short game. Like, I had been running Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread was the last speed game that I had picked up. And that game is long. So I kind of wanted something that would be a little more chill. I also, like, I highly recommend speedrunning this game, honestly. Like, it looks very intimidating, but actually, like, getting it down is not terrible. It's basically, you only have control of, you basically just flip gravity, and then you have the D-pad. And because of that, it ends up being, oh, there's our first death. And second death. Let me just try to get this trick. There we go. It ends up being actually, like, not that bad of a game to speedrun, or even just pick up. You should just play this anyway, because it's such a lovely soundtrack. Always gets stuck in my head.
I love the music in this game and all the colors.
Oh yeah, all the rainbow, the best. So a little bit about this game, a little bit about the lore of this game, rather. You're playing as Captain Viridian, and Captain Viridian is on a quest to rescue his crewmates. That's Violet. She is the navigation and comms and doctor, actually, of the ship. So basically, our ship has crashed into Dimension V. And Dimension V is kind of a strange place, you'll see as we go through. But all of our members have been scattered throughout this weird dimension, so we're, as the captain, we are tasked with rescuing them. And fun fact, Captain Viridian absolutely hates spikes, which is unfortunate because, you know, there's a lot of spikes here. I mean, the name of the game is also V, which is just a bunch of spikes. So, Captain Viridian is living out a literal nightmare right now.
His worst possible nightmare.
Yes. I would not be thrilled with spikes either, honestly.
No, it doesn't sound like a fun time.
No. Okay, so we're coming up to Space Station 2. This is actually probably the most difficult level in the game. There's a lot of quick, intricate timing. Oh, I should have not done that. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. And then we just skirted the truth there. Okay.
So you picked up a trinket, and I think in this run you only pick up 2.
Yes. So this I do an any percent glitchless run. I actually can't remember how many trinkets there actually are in the game. I don't remember if it's 10 or 12 or 15. But this run is very simple. We don't actually have to do a lot of the more complex rooms. There's some rooms that span like 8 separate rooms without a checkpoint, and a lot of those are just trinket challenges. But for us, all we do is we just grab the trinket at the beginning, and then there's one trinket at the end. Very end of the game. But I highly recommend, like, playing this game, like, yourself and trying out some of the more difficult rooms to get all the trinkets. It's a good time. Okay, so let me see if I can do this. Skirt these lies again. Perfect.
We made it past the lies!
We did! This room's a little tricky, too. There's a bit of a quicker way to get through here, but I'm gonna take the more reliable way at the moment. There we go. And you'll notice, like, all of the names, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you can see that all of these rooms are named. They're actually named by Bennett Foddy of QWOP fame, which is a fun fact. I love all the room names, though. Yeah, they're really great. They're really creative, and I'm trying to, like, memorize them so that I can talk about them when I, like, speedrun this, but, like, honestly, there's so many of them, and they're all so unique. Oh, gosh. So this room, let's talk a little bit about the physics, and why this room is so difficult, even though it does not look like it should be. There we go. Captain Viridian, the main character, the controls in this game, you are kind of, I'm not gonna say it's ice physics, but it's kind of like ice physics. You slide. When you move, you slide around a little bit, and you kind of have to do this, like, little bit of, like, left and right adjustment sometimes. There we go. That's another level down. So that's Space Station 2. Oof. Usually if I'm gonna reset, it would probably be in that level. But we just rescued, Vitellary, our yellow, colored teammate. And Vitellary is actually, so all of the teammates, all of our crewmates here are named, their names start with the letter V, which is so convenient. for the story, you know. So Vitellary is actually, it's a scientific term for an egg yolk, which is why, that is the, name of the teammate who's yellow.
Yeah, until you mentioned that earlier, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I'll try to go through and
color.
Yeah, I'll try to go through and mention all the teammate or the crewmates' names and everything as we're going through. So this is the tower. This is an auto scroller. There's a few ways to make this level go a little bit faster. We'll see if we can pull it off, but in this level, you can intentionally take deaths to make the scrolling happen a little bit quicker. So I can at least show one of them off. I'm still working on trying to get this down 100%, but there we go. So here's one kill. So that kind of, you saw that scrolled up a little bit. You can also do the same thing with these checkpoints. And if you hit a checkpoint, you die, you respawn. There we go. Here's one. Good one. There we go. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
I've been trying to work on that one all day.
That one was very nicely executed, though.
Thank you. So it helps in this level. Like, you'll see as we get towards the end of here, that there's these little lines in the background that help you line yourself up so you don't get spiked when you're going back up these sections. Oops. Oh, no. A little bit of a slide there. Oh, no. Okay. We can get this.
No, I didn't realize that's what the lines were for. That's actually really cool.
Yeah. I think they're just a design choice, but I guess they kind of end up being really good as, like, a guide as well. There we go, and tower is done. Perfect. So this is Vermilion, which we'll see a lot more in the next level. We're gonna take the teleporter, and unfortunately, oh well, let's wait until this fanfare finishes. But we've rescued Vermilion here. But unfortunately, the teleporter has sent us somewhere a little bit weird. So,
it's the escort part.
Yes, we are now on an escort mission here. Oh no! Oh gosh. Okay, so this is actually a new thing that that movement is a new thing that I've picked up. Oh, we did it, okay.
Oh, yay.
Ooh, I got stuck on that a few times. It's not fun when that happens either in that room because, like, oh, gosh. Okay, ooh. I was trying to make sure he didn't run into that. Perfect, okay. So actually coming up here is one of the most difficult, no, not yet. One of the next rooms is one of the most difficult rooms in this escort section, probably in the game, honestly. A lot of people struggle with it, and there's many different ways to do it. Hold on, there we go. Vermilion moves when you move, but only when you're on the floor. 2, 3, so this is the room I'm talking about. Let's do that again, because 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm right on the edge. 3, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna try to do a very quick flip. There we go, perfect. 2, whew. Oh, that one's always so scary. Okay.
The massive wall of spikes doesn't help.
Yeah, oh yeah. Okay, so there we go back. Yeah, that one, honestly, there's an even faster way to do that, which requires, like, you line up on one side of the platform and Vermilion gets on the other, and then you both move in tandem across the platforms. And it's extremely impressive to watch that. If you go check out, like, some of the other runs in this category on the leaderboard, you can kind of see that. So there was Vermilion. We've rescued him, he's back on the ship now, and now we're gonna go traverse this world to go find some more crewmates.
How do you keep up with where you have to go? Because that just seems like you're just going through a vast emptiness.
Yeah,
when you fly up like that.
Yeah, so the individual levels, like, once you get into a level, it's pretty straightforward, but routing yourself to the next area is a little bit complex. That's the thing that kind of took me a little bit to remember, but for me, what I ended up doing was, like, I memorize it by colors, basically. So when I was writing out the guide for this, I'd be like red, blue, purple, and then go left or whatever. And then depending on, you only really have to do that, I think, 3 times throughout the run. But it's a little bit awkward and weird to kind of position yourself to be set up for that. Oh, just because there's no room names on any of these areas that are, like, open world here. Like you see, we just switched into the next area, which gave us room names again. So, like I said, this part's all very linear. You can kind of go off track a little bit, but the only thing you'll find is trinkets. In the other rooms, there's no, like, confusing paths, at least for this part. There's difficult rooms, but not confusing paths, at least.
Which room is your favorite, like, that you don't get to go through during your speed run?
Oh gosh. Okay, so there's some really interesting puzzles to get the trinkets. I don't know if it's, you know what, it is my favorite. It's difficult and I hate doing it, but it kind of, like, it rules. There's this puzzle called VVVVVV. And I was talking about this earlier, where you have to traverse, like, 7 or 8 rooms or whatever before you get to the trinket. But it's basically, like, they both end in the same room, and you're, like, going through these mazes of spikes. And, like, the trinket is on the other side of a block, basically, in the room, so you can see it, like, when you enter the room for the first time. But you can't get to it because you can't jump. You can only flip gravity. So it's just waiting there for you. I should post a link to that later in the Discord because it's a very interesting puzzle to look at. Oh, this room is sometimes a pain. There we go. There we go.
The music's nice.
Yeah, oh yeah, the music in this section is great. Music in the entire game is great. I love this game. There we go. I wait for those 3 hearts to pass. There we go. I honestly think these heart levels are some of the most difficult in the game. Oh no, I shouldn't have jumped there. Okay. Flip, flip. There we go. Okay, and that's Verdigris, our crewmate Verdigris. Verdigris is actually responsible for the ship repair. So he'll be very helpful in getting us, out of Dimension V, eventually. Bum. Okay. So, this is another intermission level. The other level that we played with the red character, Vermilion, was also an intermission. This one is called the Gravitron.
Oh, the Gravitron. This one gives me anxiety every time I watch it.
Yeah. So the Gravitron is like, it is complex. I'm gonna try to talk at the same time as doing this, but, basically, this is actually more forgiving than it looks because you checkpoint at every, 5 seconds, basically. Oh, gosh. Oh, wow, okay, I made it 20 seconds there without, before dying. So that was pretty good. The most difficult part of this is the 30-minute to 20-minute section. Or it's not the minute. 30-second, oh my god, imagine 20 minutes of the Gravitron.
Oh no.
There's actually something called the Super Gravitron that you can unlock, which allows you to play this, except way harder. But that's like an after game. I think you have to, I feel like you have to 100% the game, get all the trinkets before you access that mode.
There's also a mobile game that's just the Gravitron. I found that a couple weeks ago, and I was like,
oh my
why?
gosh. Yeah. Yeah, I imagine some people must like the Gravitron, if there's a standalone game for it. That's great. But yeah, this developer actually makes like quite a few awesome games. Like they also make a Super Hexagon, which is also a mobile game with a great soundtrack as well. And they've also, I have not played this myself, but they made Dicey Dungeons as well, which seems like a really interesting game. I have a copy of it, but I haven't played it yet. But this is just, I just love this game. We're almost through the Gravitron, almost.
So close.
Oh wow, okay. Ooh. That was actually not bad, honestly. There we go.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good run.
Yeah. I don't have my actual splits up because I have the timer going for the Lady Arcaders overlay, but actually pretty decent. Here we go. Okay, so this area is also very cool. I really like the music in this area coming up. So we're still traversing. Those are teleporters, by the way, but they also serve as checkpoints. Okay, get ready to bounce. So this introduces this new mechanic, which is basically these lines that automatically bounce you. There we go. But the soundtrack in this area is particularly great. It reminds me a lot of Tron, actually.
It does.
Yeah. The Tron soundtrack is also, like, one of my favorite things. Also, I just really like the that movie as well. Tron Legacy is, like, ugh, one of my favorites.
Oh, it's one of mine too. That's why I was like, I love the soundtrack because Daft Punk, and I'm like, that's...
Yeah.
Such a good track.
So good. Okay, so hopefully I can do this in one bound. There we go. All the way over. Okay.
Yeah.
We can say hi to Vermilion again over there. Hi, Vermilion.
Huh.
I don't know how Vermilion makes it to all these places before we do. He's just always there. Okay. This room is particularly spooky for beginners as well. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. That's okay. I mean, it's spooky for me too, apparently. I always grab this checkpoint for safety, even though I think I don't. Well, I needed it that time. I've been needing it less and less recently. Ah. Okay. And then that's Victoria. We just rescued Victoria. There we go. Okay, so, we have now I believe that is all of our crew members that we have rescued. Victoria's also the only one that doesn't have a name that matches the color.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, but that's not a color as far as I know.
Yeah. The trade-off is that Victoria is always sad.
Aww.
Yeah. And stressed out. But I mean, I would be too if I was in this situation, honestly.
Bikes everywhere? Yeah. Doesn't sound like a fun time at all.
Nope. Okay, so this is kind of like, so basically what's happened is we've rescued all of our crew members, and we tried to take the final teleporter back, but something happened and there was a weird malfunction, so now we're trapped in this strange, very spiky area. There we go. Oh no, it's okay. Let's try that one more time here. There we go. But you'll notice that a lot of the stuff that you see is rehashed from the previous levels. One more time. So this is a complex section. I was given a tip on how to do this today, but I seem to, Nope, okay. Let's try this again. Oh gosh, almost. Just clipped the edge of that stair. So sometimes, like, despite the fact that I ran this game multiple times today. And I pulled off this trick really nicely, like, a few of the times. Oh gosh. But sometimes you get stuck in these moments where you doubt yourself.
You shouldn't, you're a great speedrunner.
Thank you. And that's not a go, okay? Okay, I'm going to do this. No! Oh my gosh!
You got this.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna go back to what I was doing before, which is go into the screen, wait a second, no. Okay, we made it. We made it. There we go. Okay, so we are just heading up into this section, so we activate the terminal, and we turn it on, and uh-oh. Things malfunction again, but now everything's rainbow, so it's fine.
We got our colors back now.
Yeah,
so.
we did get the colors back, which is always great. I love rainbows. This room sucks. Let's see, and nope, okay. So there's a conveyor belt moving against you here. Ugh.
Yeah, I was wondering, it looks like if you just let go, it's just gonna shoot you to the other side.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you have to, it's this weird thing where... Oh wow, I made that through, oh. I was like, oh wow, I made that through really easily, but then I caught on spikes there. Ooh. One more try. Yeah, the conveyors are some of the worst things in the game, honestly. That one wasn't bad, but that time slip level is a nightmare. But yeah, you'll see that this last level that we're doing is basically a boss rush of levels. Using some of the mechanics from every single level that we've done so far. There we go. And we're in the home stretch here soon. And grab that. Over. Okay, here we go. Get ready for this. Second trinket, and V! 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 Outer space.
We did it!
We did it! Game complete! Not bad. 23 minutes and 26 seconds. 75 deaths, and you know what? Hey, I'm actually surprised Usually the hardest room is the Gravitron. I will usually die the most in the Gravitron, but today it was the Voon show, which is the one that we got stuck on for quite a bit there, with the moving staircases that just kind of fly out in the air. Sorry, I went to go do this and then my controller fell out of my hand. Okay. But yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. And basically we're just floating out in outer space. Well, someone will find us, right? It'll be fine. And there we go. Our crew found us and warped us out from outer space back into the ship. And we've all been reunited! Yay!
I did just notice that she was sad, and then as soon as you show up, she's happy, and I'm like, oh, yay!
Yeah. There's actually, so this game is really cool. I highly recommend that everyone at least try this out, even if not for speedrunning, just checking it out. It is such a great, fun game. It's available everywhere. I actually think there's a Steam sale on right now, and it's available for $5 on Steam. I highly recommend this. And there's so much of this game that I just did not show off, like, whatsoever. It's just... There's some really cool stuff. Frustrating, but very cool. Yeah, and thanks for playing. And now we get a picture of the crew. We're downloading it. It's downloading. And...
Need some better internet speed then. It's taking forever.
Yeah, I guess it's probably having trouble transmitting through Dimension V. But here we are, and we've got the band back together.
On the Vengabus.
Yeah, we're gonna go touring on the Vengabus. But yeah, it's a great game. Highly recommend it. But yeah, thank you, Kagome, for being here today, for being my host and keeping me company during this run.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me. It's been fun.
Yeah. Have you on again at some point, definitely.
Oh yeah, totally.
So, I mean, I'm Metroid Crime. You can catch me on twitch.tv/Metroid Crime. Other places on the internet too. I'm actually going to be speedrunning this game again on Sunday for Fast Pace for Pride. Raising money for It Gets Better, which is a charity supporting LGBTQ youth. I'm going to be running this on Sunday at 5:15 Eastern, so please make sure to come by and check it out. Kagome, is there anything you'd like to plug?
You can find my mediocre content
No,
at twitch.tv/HunnyBunnyKagome.
Yeah, please go follow Kagome on Twitch. She runs an excellent women's wrestling league called FFW. And she's lovely. And yes.
I guess before we go, can I ask you a question? I didn't get a chance to ask while you were running it.
Yeah, no problem.
Because you are the person who created Lady Arcaders.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think you've ever told anybody why you created Lady Arcaders. I don't think that's ever come up.
No, I don't think I have. I haven't really actually had anyone on as a host during one of my showcases before. So this is actually really great. Yeah, so I just, I'll talk a little bit about Lady Arcaders. I wanted a space where women could celebrate their achievements. And basically I wanted to showcase women doing awesome stuff because, like, I find there's a little bit of a lot of women are afraid to kind of put themselves out there, and that's totally understandable. Like, everyone knows why that is, etc. But like, it's nice to be able to, like, I feel like to give women a stage to kind of like play around with talking in public, with being able to show off games, getting used to that type of thing, so that they can go and apply for more like opportunities that allows them to be put more in the spotlight, to get comfortable with performing, and to just be able to show off awesome women and support them in all sorts of ways. Yeah.
I'm actually tearing up, so I'm like trying to
Yeah. But I'm very passionate about this, and it's something that I wanted to do for a while, and I feel like I finally have like the experience and like know how to do this, and which has been great. I've loved running Attract Mode. The Lady Arcaders community is amazing. I've met so many awesome women over the last few months. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can do in the future. It's going to be awesome.
Oh yeah, great things to come for sure.
Definitely. Yeah. Did you have any other questions?
Oh, that was my main one. I actually had a bunch when you were running through. I wrote it in my notes, but you had actually talked about it before I could ask.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Awesome. Well prepared then, if you already knew what I was gonna say.
Apparently so. It's almost like I've seen you play this game before.
Yeah, definitely. Metroid Crime speedrunning the interview. I guess. But again, thank you so much for being on. It was lovely having you.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm hoping I can host again in the future now that I've gotten the nerves out of the way.
Yeah,
to be able
definitely.
To do it again.
Yeah, totally.